So to get started on our GoPro shot, we're just going to set up an angle that kind of is parented to our jet on this back wing here. And yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. So we're going to use the same shot to do this. So what we're going to do is just file, save as, and we'll just version up. I'm going to go ahead and do version 7. And then from here, what I'm going to do is simply go to my camera over here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all these keyframes. So I'll go ahead and view all this. Select all the keyframes down here by hitting A and then X and then delete keyframes. And now what I'll do is I'll just go to that first frame. We'll just do like frame 100, for example. I'm going to go into my camera settings. I'm going to make my focal length something like 15. That's going to give it that really wide perspective. And the reason why we do that is essentially this wide angle lens. What we're going to do is sit on here, but the wide angle lens helps you make you feel like you're part of the action, right? Longer lenses to capture the action, where wider lenses you feel part of the action. So kind of confusing, but very, very impactful once you kind of grasp those two concepts. So go ahead and just tweak this a bit. We want the wing over here to be in like the right third over here. We can kind of tweak this a little bit. And that should be pretty good. From here, we can just simply parent these two. So I'm going to select this camera, select the empty by control clicking, and then control P attached to object. So now when I play this, we'll see that, okay, now the camera is attached to the empty that's animated, and now it's going to move as well. So from here, all we need to do is set up that background and then render it out. So we'll go ahead and move this over to the center of the world. We'll give this something pretty far back. The jet's traveling pretty far, so we want a little bit of parallax there, but we also want the sky to feel pretty big too. So go ahead and scale this up. We'll make this really big. Go ahead and scale this up like this. Play this back a couple times. We can see that we have, we want to fix these kinds of things. So continue scaling that up. Something like that. And we'll just kind of play this a couple times. Make sure that we can fully cover both sides. And we don't want the sky to be right there in the center. That looks a little fake. So we'll kind of push this down, scale this up so it's kind of in the bottom. There we go. And it's kind of above the skyline. So it's a little bit more consistent with our last shots. Great. And then we're good to render this. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my output settings here and go ahead and version up this to version 7 of that, and then we'll simply render it out. And this is, workflow of mine where I will go in and, like on the Sword and Stone series, like I probably did 7 different versions of each shot. And it's just a lot of tweaking, a lot of putting things together, seeing what they look like together in the context with other shots. So it's never a straight, one try solution ever. The more you iterate, the more it's going to get better. So version 7, then we'll simply go in here and we'll do render animation, or we'll do render motion blur sequence. There we go. We'll just do render view animation to check that out. Looking pretty good. Great. So in the next chapter, we'll start the final shot.